Hello fellow Guardians, BoltZilla Plays here, bringing you another Destiny video. So Rise of Iron is about a month away, and I figured it'd be a good idea to make a video to help some other Guardians out with ideas on how to prep for Rise of Iron. So ways of being prepared to try to get as many guns and how much light level as you can, as soon as you can. So we've done this in the past, in year 1, year 2, and everything. A little bit has changed since then, but here are my top 5 general areas to look at, and then some going a little bit more detail on it. So the first thing up is factions. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, it might be a good idea to edge your reputation close to a rank up before Rise of Iron on all 3, if possible. At least 1 or 2 would be helpful. 2 would be at least perfect. 3 is a little overkill, and that's just because you can't choose all 3 factions in 1 week. You have to wait until the second week to finish it up. But if you have all 3 edged, you can go into Rise of Iron that week already on a faction, push that edge over the end to get a package, then switch over to the next one and get a package on that one too. So right now, currently in year 2, faction packages give you items that are up to light level 330. I am assuming that's going to raise now that the light level is increasing, that's going to increase also. So I'm assuming it's going to probably be like 370, somewhere in that area would be my guess, 375 or so for how high of light they can go. So this could be a quick way to get a couple pieces of armor that's going to be higher light than what you currently have. Other than that, also make sure that you're not wasting your multi-light or any of that items beforehand if you don't need to. So if you got a lot of multi-light, you're set, because you can just literally dump multi-light into the packages to get rewards, and you can slowly increase your light that way. Also, the good thing is the planetary materials that don't have much use right now, and if you're doing enough PvE, you probably have stockpiles of them. And then also you'll want to keep an eye on how high your rank is. With the fact that they're adding more stuff to the factions, like sparrows and ghosts, we may see another quest in here. So currently the only quest with factions is, if you hit rank 25, there's an exotic class item quest. So getting a higher rank might actually be helpful for a hidden quest or not. So like you see, I'm assuming if there's anything new marked, I'm pretty much set at rank 90 already, but yeah, it might be a good idea to try to get that up as high as possible beforehand, but also have it edged for that first week. Next up, we have the Gunsmith. So the Gunsmith has a rank up, reputation type thing, similar to factions. So it'd be a good idea to do the same thing I said with the factions. Edge it before Rise of Iron comes out the week before. And what that might entail is grabbing all the field test weapons the week before and not doing them all. Doing as many as you can to get them out of your stock, so they're not taking up space, but leaving what you need to so that you don't hit the next rank. But I'd also suggest doing as many of them as you can every week up until it. So what you're going to want to do is, you're also going to want to hit rank 5 at least, so that you can get enough foundry orders, so you're able to grab the highest amount of 3 per character. So you're ready for the foundry orders in case the old foundries change, and also for the new foundry and deer packages. And then other than that, it'd be a good idea, like I said, to start doing the field test weapons, as many of them as you can every week, to get your rank as high as possible also, because we do not know, again, if there's going to be new quests. So in Taken King, when Gunsmith was launched, with the test weapons and everything, he had the rank 2, hitting rank 2 gave you a quest for a legendary class-specific special weapon. Rank 3 gave you an exotic, class-specific exotic. Then rank 5 gave you the last curse quest. So they might very well put another quest or 2 into him. So having at least rank 5 means you're at least up to what Taken King needed for the quest, but going above and beyond that might get you to a next possible quest faster. Next up, we have Engrams and legendary marks. So by now, most likely a lot of you already have all the exotics, or if not close to, and you also don't really have many legendary guns that you would be hopeful to get out of legendary engrams. And that's so it might be a good idea to just stockpile them. They won't give you new Rise of Iron exotics or legendaries. They're already predetermined to what Taken King offered. But we don't know for sure what light level they'll go. Most likely they won't be higher than the current light levels, so 335. But either way, if you have the space to store them, it's a good idea because that will help edge up your Cryptarch rank. And then when you hit a new Cryptarch rank, the package will give you new engrams, which should give you Rise of Iron stuff out of it. So it's a good, quick way to get the Cryptarch up. But then also, any legendary ones you do, if it's old stuff you don't need, it's more ways to get legendary marks. And then on legendary marks, what you're going to want to do is try to have your legendary marks capped out at 200 so you can buy something like a faction gun or something right away. But also have items that can give you more instantly. So like engrams or old legendary guns you don't need. If you got the room to store them because they can be dismantled right away to give you more legendary marks. Next up we have Xur. So there's a few things you're going to want to do with Xur, depending on what you have for strange coins. So it's going to be a good idea to keep it a decent amount of strange coins so that you can buy anything he offers that first week of Rise of Iron. You're going to most likely be getting enough strange coins to help out anyways during the week doing all the new stuff. But I'm shooting to keep between 100 to 200 strange coins in stock just to be prepared. But everything else other than that, up until that point, I'm going to be dumping into heavy ammo synthesis and 3 coins. So we haven't heard anything about 3 coins going away, so most likely they're going to continue forward. So you're going to want to have enough of these on hand so you can start getting exotics, engrams, which will hopefully turn into the new exotics. So right now I'm shooting for about 100 3 coins total for that first week. And which should give me about 10 exotics, hopefully at least 10 exotics out of the bunch. And I have them split between the characters. And then everything else I'm going to dump into heavy ammo synthesis. So this one goes back to what I was talking about with factions and ranking up. This is your best way to rank up factions if you have an abundance of strange coins to offer. So for 1 strange coin, you get 3 heavy ammo synths. You can stockpile the synth and use that to turn in for exchange at the factions to rank up. Roughly 30 coins or so rank up a faction, or 30 strange coins, which equal like 90 heavy ammo synths, will make a faction rank up. So you'll be set to rank up quite a bit depending on what you have for strange coins. The only downside of this is it takes forever because it's 1 strange coin at a time to buy these. But yes, that would be the best thing for Xur. Make sure you have enough strange coins ready for when he shows up that first Friday. Make sure that you, and then anything else, use for 3 coins and heavy ammo so that you can get your exotics. And then you can rank up factions to help get you higher light gear and possibly newer, better gear. Last up, we have the Crucible weekly bounties. So while I'm making this video, it may possibly be the last weekend of Iron Banner. So it might be a good idea to play Iron Banner and get those weekly bounties completed and then just hang on to them. The reason for that is they give you legendary marks. So you can stock, it's another way of stockpiling even more legendary marks so you're above that 200 cap that they set for you. So once you use up those 200, you can just turn these bounties in and you'll have more legendary marks to use to buy more new gear. So between the Iron Banner, and then you have a couple weeks left to do the same thing with Trials of Osiris bounties. So it's the same thing. 2 bounties are offered every week that offer another 25. And it's not the same 2 every week. There's a total of like 4 or 5 different ones. So you could stockpile them. The other thing, the only other one is, you're taking a gamble with this one, is the weekly Crucible bounty. So if you got the long Crucible quest line done that gives you the weekly Crucible bounties, which give you, in the end of it, when you're all done, a reward that's similar to a Nightfall reward. This may or may not work, depending on it. I'm personally going to try it on just one character. I'm going to leave it at 4 or 5 and then finish that last one and then save one of the other ones so I can just turn that in. This will hit 5 and see what I get. I'm not sure how the system's set up to work with this one, whether it's going to give you an old one just because you picked it up the week before, or if it's going to give you something brand new. I'm kind of worried about having it completed before the week starts, because I think once it's completed, it's set already programmed into it what it's going to give you. So that's why I'm saying leave it at 4 or 5 and have one other bounty already completed, so when Rise of Iron hits, you can just turn that one in and this will hit 5 of 5. That's most likely your best bet. But the other hand is, if you plan on doing Crucible the first week, if you don't plan on going nuts in the PvE and everything, and you feel like it may not be worth it, it may be better just not to risk it on that one, and then just save it all for the weekly Crucibles. But it's still, the Iron Banner and the Trials ones would be a good idea to hold. Even if they don't give you experience, and even if it's not Iron Banner week that week, the legendary marks alone could be worth it to get you guns. We do not know what the vendors are going to offer. When Taken King came out, the hung jury was amazing from the vendor. There could be that 1 or 2 hidden gems from the vendors that would be very helpful to have right off the bat. So that is my top 5 items for prep for Rise of Iron. General areas to help you out so you're ready to go, to help you level up your light faster and everything, and then also just to have you prep for anything new that might be offered that you can use materials on. Make sure to like, comment, share if you see fit, and then also make sure to share any other tips that you have that you're personally going to do to be prepped for Rise of Iron. You can check out my other videos at youtube.com/c/BoltZilla plays, and you can check me out streaming from time to time over at twitch.tv/BoltZilla plays. Till next time, Guardians, take it easy.